So I'm about to show you guys how to use AI to make profitable e-commerce ads. This is going to be your full guide to go from zero to your first $500,000 online. So we're covering how to copy paste TikToks for your first 6 figures. We'll then transition into using AI influencers to cross the $250,000 mark. And then when you're ready to build a real brand, we'll also cover how to go about getting some custom UGC. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Anthony Eclipse. We've been in the e-com space for over 5 years. We've generated over $7 million online. I've done the Miami lifestyle, had the sports car, was on the Times Square billboard. And all that's cool. However, none of that is as important compared to what we've helped other people just like you achieve. So this is our Hall of Fame. These are people who have applied the same teachings I'm about to go through today. So it's not just what works on my stores. These are normal people out there who are either working a 9 to 5, maybe a full-time student in university, but by taking action, by implementing what they were learning, they were able to transform their lives. And this is real revenue from applying the same exact ad strategy that we're going to cover today. So with that said, let's get started with our 3-step system. First things first, understand the only goal of your ad is to simply get a click onto your website. Your ad's job isn't to get the sale, it's not to entertain the customer, it is simply to get them to click the Shop Now button and be redirected to your landing page, and it is then your store, your product page's responsibility to get the customer to actually purchase, to educate them more on the product, to give them a good offer. But your ad doesn't do any of that. Your ad's main job is to get them to click onto your website and to get them semi-interested. It's almost like you're fishing. You throw the hook out there, you're reeling it in, and you're just trying to get a click on your store, as simple as that is. And in the beginning, you don't need to be a genius. You can just repurpose TikToks for your first 6 figures. I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for. Then we have AI UGC. I'll show you an example of a winning ad, show you the prompts, how you go about structuring that with the whole editing process. And then to wrap up the video, we'll break down custom UGC a bit more in depth. Realistically, phase 3 is probably the least important of this process because if you don't have immediate e-com results yet, you are on phase 1 right now. In custom AI UGC, that would be like learning how to build a rocket when you're in middle school science class. So with that said, let's get into your first $250,000, and this is going to be by repurposing the content that's already out there. And I do have a step-by-step process built out, so I'll show you what we're looking for specifically, but what you guys need to internalize is for the testing phase, you're not reinventing the wheel. You're not testing some brand new ideas that nobody has ever seen before. Instead, you are taking proven concepts. So you're looking for videos that have already went viral that we can just repurpose for ourselves. If it's went viral organically, when we put ad spend behind it, it can bring in some serious sales. And again, the only goal of our ad is to simply earn the click. We're not entertaining them. We're not trying to get comments or engagement. Ultimately, we want them to purchase, which implies they need to click onto our website. So with that in mind, TikTok Shop is a gold mine for winning products, but also videos that have already went viral that we can just steal for ourselves. And the perk at TikTok Shop, you can see how many units have been sold, how much revenue has been generated. You can check the virality over the past 7 to 30 days. And whenever you see views, that right there implies clear demand. Often you hear e-com bros talk about having a problem solution product, but as long as something is getting sales on TikTok Shop, there is clear demand for it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have generated hundreds of thousands in revenue or have got millions of views. So if people didn't like it, it wouldn't have went viral. So with that in mind, what makes a video repurposable? And this is a gray area. I get a lot of comments, Anthony, bro, are you saying we can just download videos? And I'm saying that, but I'm also not saying that at the same exact time. So you don't want to go after proper brands. If there's a big Nike logo on the product, that's clearly from Nike. But if you were to watch a TikTok and it's not necessarily clear which brand it's for, then that's the type of product that you are going for. So with all your ads, you just want a strong hook in the first 2 seconds. That's very important. Your hook needs to introduce the problem, or at least demonstrate the problem, and then introduce your product as the solution to that problem. From there, you want to clear clearly demonstrate the product's main benefits. You'll show anywhere from 2, 3, maybe 4 benefits, maybe demonstrate some social proof, some scarcity, whatever it may be. But also, all of the videos we're going to look at will have millions of views. And I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but look, we can literally see the most viral views for a specific product. So I'll break down how you should determine, which videos are the best for your ads, essentially. And with all my products, I'm not chasing dead trends. Like, you don't want to sell a sunset lamp from 3 years ago if it's not currently going viral now. But if you can see data from the last 30 days implying that a product is still selling, then you can tap into that for yourself and get a piece of the pie, essentially. So with your ads, your main goal is to just get healthy clicks and to be breaking even at a bare minimum. If you're profitable, even better. But worst case scenario, you want to be breaking even. If that's the case, you can move on to step 2. And if your ads are just performing, we'll say shit, to say it plainly. If they're not getting good clicks, if they're not getting add to carts or any buying intent, then we can kill that ad pretty quickly. So to actually repurpose videos, essentially, you can download the videos as they are from TikTok. Just make sure there's not a big TikTok watermark or another brand's logo. Maybe you need to do some small adjustments in CapCut, change the aspect ratio, maybe cover text here or there. But for the most part, you're not rewriting anything, rescripting anything. You're not editing anything from scratch. So there's no overthinking. If it already went viral, it's proven to work. So we just need to put some ad spend behind it, and we can make that work for ourselves as well. So to break down the actual ad creative process, this tool here is AutoDS. They have a TikTok shop spy tool. It's very similar to Callow Data. So you just need any TikTok shop spy tool. If you're super poor right now, brokey, sorry, but you can just use the TikTok app on your phone. Go to the shop tab and it's going to show you these same products, but you may just not have as much data. But use data to your advantage. So the more edges you can give yourself, the higher likelihood you will have at being profitable. So if you're like, look, the product has this much sales in the last 30 days, it's went viral, there's this many videos, the cost of goods are this, it's in this niche, the more things you can have going for you, the easier it is, it'll be profitable. But like if there wasn't sales or data from the last month, it would be hard to reinvent the wheel. And with AutoDS, and it's not their tool exclusively, you can use TikTok Shop, Callow Data, whatever, but just make sure there's data from the past 7 to 30 days. So it's like with this women's shaver, look, in the past month, $500,000, 21,000 razors have been sold. That's a lot of smooth coochies. So with that in mind, the product is clearly a winner. Like the data is right in front of your face. So what you want to do is filter it by the most viral videos. And I recommend looking at the last 30 days and the last 7 days. And there's a lot you need to factor in here. So first, the most views are important, but you might see the most viral video may be Spanish or something. So you do need to have some discernment. Which video should you use for your test? So we got to jump ahead a little bit, but for the testing campaign, we'll have 3 to 5 ads. So we will need to download 3 to 5 videos for our product. It's important, one, they're not branded, but the structure of the video needs to be important too. So I would recommend like a 20 to 60 second length video. If it's any more, like a 2-3 minute video, could be a little more difficult for ads. But also, if it's like a Spanish ad, I may skip over that. So for my test, day 1, I test English videos. But if you're scaling and you see Spanish videos here, throw those in later down the line. But for day 1, try to go as mass applicable as you can. And then the structure of the video is important too. Do note the videos from TikTok Shop may not be as edited super crazy, but that's not a bad thing because again, if it has views, likes, and comments, the video is already proven. So you just want the problem in the first 2 seconds, introduce your product as the hook, demonstrate some benefits, and eventually get them to click onto your website. And with all of these videos from TikTok, you can conveniently download them. Just ensure there's no watermark attached to the video. That way, again, it's almost like a generic video of the product that you can just use for your own ads. And since these videos went viral on organic, like they have pretty good hooks that get the viewer captivated, essentially. And you can always read the comments on TikTok to see why people are interested. Like this freak says, bald is beautiful. Bro's like 60 years old commenting on a 20-year-old's ad. Absolutely weirdo. But again, you don't need to agree with the people interested in the product. You just need to understand the psychological benefits to get them to click onto your website and to actually purchase. So when you're only testing products backed by data, again, you're giving yourself every edge to your advantage almost, just to make your life easier. So by repurposing videos from TikTok, like guys, go get 3-5 videos for your test. I've had students scale past even $500,000, over 10,000 orders before they ever even did an AI ad or a custom video. So repurposing content can take you to the freaking moon, bro. 250K, like this is a low estimate. You'll meet some dropshipping demons out there. They're ripping 10K days, 30K days with just Cal data videos. So the ceiling is truly really freaking high. But I also understand a lot of people watching this don't have any profits yet. So you can get even the crumbs of the pie. Like a 1K profit day isn't that crazy when you realize what some other people in this space are actually doing. So to get your first bag, copy paste what's already working, keep it simple. But to actually scale up, this is where AI UGC comes in, because we can take the same demand as those previous videos, but now we have a little more control over the creative process itself. So with this, we're essentially going to generate high converting scripts in one click with AI. And before I break down the process, I will even show you an ad my editor made and break down the whole process. At this stage of my career, you know, I'm no longer editing. I have a team of 30 people I'm paying payroll to every month, which is freaking crazy. But of course, I want to walk you through that process. So once you already have profits coming in from phase one, from just repurposing content, this is how we can take it to the next level. So ChatGPT, you tell it your product name, it will generate you multiple hooks, and it's going to script out the entire ad for you, where you can use 11 Labs to speak your audio over. You can also use an AI influencer to get a whole fake personality as a whole, and I'll show you that too in a second. But it's going to generate the voiceover. It's going to look realistic. It can be a real person, like a full body, or just the audio. But with this, I'll always generate 3 hooks. So with the script, you have the body paragraph, but you can do 3 different hooks to have 3 different segues into that, essentially. So it gives you a little more variations to hit that bullseye, to hit that one winning ad. And if you're paying an editor, you can pay an editor anywhere from $30 to $50 for a single video. So you can get one main ad, but for that 30 to 50, you can have them do 3 different hooks. So 3 different scroll stoppers, 3 different first 0 to 2 seconds. So even though you pay for one ad, you get 3 different outputs. Because think of it like this. If someone's scrolling in your ad shit, they scroll right past it. They don't even see the body. But if your hook's good, they keep watching the body. So by testing different hooks, it lets you just get a different sample size without needing an entirely new ad. So with that in mind, you're editing with just proven clips. So that the script itself is just for the voiceover, and then to actually get clips to fill in for the edit, you're just using viral clips from, again, TikTok, AutoDS, CalData, PP ads from wherever, and it's your goal to just match visuals to the script. So if they talk about a super comfy clothing product, you should show a visual that makes the product seem comfy. And you just want to edit it so it feels like a fresh videos. And truthfully, editing sucks. It's a pain in the ass. I don't edit myself anymore. I have a team of editors, thankfully. But in the beginning, you might need to be in the trenches and edit these videos, step by step, one by one for yourself. And with this in mind, since we're using AI, you don't need any real content creators, so you can get these videos pumped out faster. You have some more control over the script, and there's just no delays in general. So AI, it can take you from $250,000 to $500,000. Like, you validate the product by copy pasting, then to start scale up, use AI tools because they're very easy. And then from there, we'll talk about how to get custom UGC to really start to brand out the product a bit more. But before that, Let me take you through the process here. So you can have ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, any AI tool prepare you a script. And I'm not going to show the exact prompt I used in this video, but essentially it gives you 3 different hooks for your product. It gives you the body and then the call to action. So to have somebody speak this, you have 2 options. You can use 11 Labs, which is an AI voiceover tool where it's going to be somebody just speaking the script, but there's no visual of them. So you'll have the audio and then you'll need to mix in clips to match what's being said, where the alternative to that is to use an AI influencer. There's a ton of tools now like Make UGC, ArcAds. There's a dozen others that do the same, where you can upload your script, but you can also get an actual influencer to speak that script out for you. So once you have the assets prepared, I typically put together a creative brief. So this is what I sent my editor exactly. And I'll show you the final video he prepared for me in a second. But you can see I show him the product name. I give him the assets, which these are the assets here. I'll hit that in a minute. We tell him the editing format. So hook 1, body, CTA, hook 2, hook 3. I show him the 3 hooks, the body, the CTA. So I organize it. Very straightforward, just on a Google Doc. This assets folder, it says download here. It takes them to this folder where these are just clips I downloaded from TikTok Shop. So with AI, you're using AI to generate the script and maybe the influencer, but you're still using clips from the TikTok search bar or AutoDS or Calidata to actually edit this together. So you just send all the clips to your editor. From there, your editor sends you over, the batch. So we have 3 hooks here, hook 1, hook 2, hook 3, and then I had him do a little 4th variation as well. But let me show you the video my editor prepared for this shirt. And I will say the pacing could be a bit faster. I think just like a 5 to 15% speed boost would be better here. But again, I didn't edit this myself, and this would be something I'm comfortable launching ads with. So I'm going to play this, let you watch it for 36 seconds. We'll provide some notes, and then we'll move forward.
When your shirt fits right, stays clean, and moves with you, something changes. You stand taller. You feel more comfortable. You stop thinking about your clothes. The Oxford Stretch shirt delivers that feeling every day. Wrinkle resistant. Breathable, flexible, designed to look sharp from morning to night. It's not about trying harder. It's about removing friction from your day and showing up clean and confident. When you feel good in what you wear, people notice before you say a word. Experience the upgrade and redefine your everyday look.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Just watching that video, I want to buy that shirt for myself. If you're a bro, maybe you hit the gym, the pain of finding clothes that fit you. So this shirt is wrinkle free, it's stretch free, it's going to be perfect for all day. It's lightweight, it's breathable, it highlights your physique, makes you look jacked. Those are all the selling points here. But again, you see the point. When you have a good editor, you can get high quality videos produced for really not that much. And again, don't pay an editor right off the bat. But if you have profits from copy pasting, then paying, $50 to an editor for 3-4 videos is a no-brainer. And that's really how you can hit that next level. And we can do a whole nother video on team building. Again, we have a team of 30 people at this point, from accounting, video editors, we got media buyers, I have the mentorship, so we have coaches, we have the supplier, logistics. We have a big team right now. So we can do another video in the future on hiring, from getting virtual assistants, what to pay them, where you should hire them from, etc., how to delegate SOPs, tasks, etc., because that's a whole nother venture in its own. But to test, you're copy pasting, you get some profits. To scale up a bit more, you can implement AI UGC. And this takes us to the last part. When you're ready to build an actual brand and transition from dropshipper to having your logo on the product, custom packaging, that's where some custom UGC comes in. It just gives you a little more control over the creative process. So with AI ads, you're using the clips that are available. So it can be hard to get the exact shot you want. With 11 Labs, it can be hard to get them to have the tonality you want. So things can be a little more inconsistent because you're using AI to sort of create all that. So with custom UGC, instead of an artificial influencer, AI, you're sending this to someone physically. It's a real person. So you can get the exact shot you want. You can have a little more cinematic, it's not going to be too fake. You can have their face in the camera, and it just gives you full control. There's really no restrictions. And with this, I would still do the 3 hook method, where typically this is how it works. You'll pay an influencer for 3 bodies, so 3 main videos, but each video will have 3 hooks. So there's like body 1, body 2, body 3, your 3 videos. Each video has 3 hooks. So hook 1, hook 2, hook 3. So at the end of the day, you can get 9 unique videos, but instead of having to script 9 body paragraphs, you're essentially just having them film some different hooks to get a different customer interested. Because reminder, if your hook sucks balls, they scroll past your ad, they're not going to see it. But if your hook's good, that's what reels them in and actually lets them watch your body. Now, to find influencers for this, like Twitter, Instagram are good. You can work with micro influencers who have like 1,000 followers. They post every day, but they're just not super viral. Those people are pretty affordable. I would avoid like, the Kylie Kardashians, the people, Kylie Jenner, not even the right name. I'm out of touch sometimes, but I'd avoid, the biggest names, the people who have millions of followers. 1, they're more expensive. You may not have the budget. But 2, these people make shit promotions. The people who do the best promos are usually the smaller influencers because they're incentivized for a long-term partnership and not just a quick bag. And secondly, X and Twitter is great. You can just post a tweet. I need, 3 UGC influencers for this brand. Just make up a number. I need 2 UGC influencers. And you'll have people replying, just randomly finding you, putting their portfolios. Makes it very easy. What's important though is sometimes I'll pay half up front when I send it out and then half when they send the first round of revisions. It's important that you have usage rights. Some of these UGC creators are straight bitches. That's the best way to put it. And they're like, oh, if you want to use this video as an ad, you have to pay me X. And it's like, shut up. What are you talking about? You don't even know what you're saying. So you need to get usage rights from day one. It's a little vulgar, I apologize there, but just make sure you have full rights. You don't want to deal with a Karen. And like some of these UGC creators are super liberal, super normie motherfuckers, but they make a damn good video. So sometimes you got to drop the ego a bit. You got to be willing to work with them to get what you want. And it is common to have some revisions here, 1 or 2 rounds. So you just want to be pretty strict. You want to set the standard, like the main marketing angle, what people are interested in this product. But you also want to let each influencer have their own freedom to some extent, because that's where UGC stands out. Like these people are authentic, they're creators. So you want to give them the main idea, but also let them have a bit of their own flair, because UGC pops because it is a bit authentic at the end of the day. So for you guys out there who are trying to get started with e-com, whether it's hit your first 6 figures, your first 1K day, I want you guys to start with just repurposing content from TikTok super easy. Once you're breaking even or profitable, that's where AI UGC comes in. And once you're absolutely killing it and you're ready to take it to the next level, you can branch out and start doing some custom UGC. Now, if you made it to the end today, I want you to click the first link in the description below. Reminder, you don't need to do this journey alone. You can work one-on-one with me and have my guidance to pick out a product, to review your store, and to help manage the ads every single day. That way you're not figuring this out alone. You're not wasting your time. You're not wasting money testing garbage that was never going to work. So for those of you that are ready to make a serious transformation this year, similar to the Hall of Fame students you saw earlier on in today's video, I want you to click that first link down below, submit an application, and apply to work one-on-one with me. With that being said, we're wrapping up today's video here. If you made it to the end, subscribe. We're posting content on here every week or so. And on the screen now are 2 more videos you'll enjoy. Check those out, get some more education, and I'll catch you there.